Action.
I'm Eddie Rye Jr., co-convener of the 55th commemoration of the 1963 March on Washington that will be held on Tuesday, tomorrow, on August 28th. 55 years ago, we were marching in Washington, D.C. for jobs and freedom. Today, 55 years later, with the political landscape and 45 in the White House and Jeffrey Beauregard, the Grand Dragon Sessions over the Justice Department, all the rights we gain are being moved. The problem we've had is that we are not economically entrenched in the system. And to that point, tomorrow there'll be two things happening at the commemoration in Seattle at Mount Zion Baptist Church. Might let you know that Seattle is in Martin Luther King Jr. County, the only municipality in the country named for him. With just a handful of us, we were able to work with our colleagues and get something done. But we also will be having an Initiative 1000, a petition to the legislature to change the law that was created by Initiative 200, which has seen a drastic reduction in opportunities for black-owned businesses. In 2017, African American-owned businesses did 1/100th of 1% of the business with the state of Washington, and less than 0.5% with any of the other local agencies. In addition to that, the number of black students at the University of Washington and other universities and colleges in the state has reduced drastically because of the fact it affected it'll affected admissions, and there was not the same efforts made as there was after the 1963 March on Washington, which brought us the 1964 Civil Rights Act, 1965 Voting Rights Act, the 1968 Fair Housing Act. It also brought through a plethora of programs to uplift black people. Those programs were meant for blacks at that particular time. If they were like New Careers in Seattle, for mothers with dependent children, they got stipends. There was daycare. There was money for gang intervention. There was summer youth money. There was money for college, for university students. In 75, we had 1,500 black students, descendants of the United States slaves, in undergraduate school at the University of Washington. And now they say in 2017 it was about 400. So we are regressing. But I tell you, the only place where it's increasing is where young blacks are making money for the university, like on the football field and on the basketball court. And they had insult to injury when they refurbished the University of Washington football stadium for $225 million. A black business didn't get one dime, and that has to change. And what we're going to be doing is that we can't wait for the goodwill of people, because we know that we have bigots in this country, starting at the White House, who embraces white supremacy, has a history of being of bigotry, and as I indicated, embraces white supremacy. We cannot rely on him or the Attorney General or other ill-meaning whites to lift us up. What we can do is go and do this. These signs will be used in the march tomorrow. And Nesby Glasgow, the Western Region Vice President for the National Football League Players Association, earlier this month took our revenue sharing, the NFL Black Community Revenue Sharing Program, back to the NFL players meeting. We don't know what kind of reception he got, but tomorrow we're going to push the button, and we're encouraging people all across the country to join in on this effort. We have the endorsement of people like members of the Congressional Black Caucus, Reverend Al Sharpton, Benjamin Crump, Common, and a number of other folks are coming on board. And locally, Fred Anderson, who is a retired Seahawk, 2 Super Bowl rings with Pittsburgh, fully vested NFL Players Association in the pension fund. Nesby Glasgow has been our voice, and he will also be speaking tomorrow with Fred Anderson at this event. So demand, if you're somewhere else, make these signs up in your team colors in your city, and demand that not only do we get 10% deposit and 1/3 of the pension fund, 10% of the contracts, whether it's the team, and the people who advertise and make money off the NFL.